Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your General Energies Tarot reading. This is for the last 2 weeks of February 2019. I'm going to start the reading off by pulling a card for your energy, Scorpio. Who are you these last 2 weeks of February? All right. Ooh, you are the Coyote, the revealer of truth, Scorpio. This says, don't take things too seriously. Make time to play. Great wisdom comes from laughing at your own folly. Look out for the traps and tricks of life and learn from them. So, Scorpio, this coming out as your energy, there may be some situations that are unfolding these next 2 weeks that really kind of test you, but not in the sense of where you would possibly fail. It's like you see things for what they are. You see people for who and what they are. And it's just hard for you to hold your tongue. It's hard for you to remain in a state of grace when you're seeing it for what it is and you want to call somebody out on it, okay? But you can't. There's this element where you've got to hold back, okay? And if there's anything that's resurfacing in your life over these next 2 weeks that is of the past or feels very similar to something you've already been through in the past, Scorpio, this is Spirit saying, make a different decision this time. Don't repeat the past. Don't do it. Learn from the past. If somebody's always been a player, chances are they still are a player. Make them prove themselves first through action, not just through their words, you know, because people will say whatever they want in the moment. But let's pull some soul cards. And these don't have any definition to them. We put the definition to it as we go through the reading. Yeah, so Scorpio, this is what I'm saying. You see things for what they are. However, it's like you've got to kind of keep it to yourself for some reason at first here. Why is that? Well, because it looks like it would cause a lot of conflict if you really put it out there. And also, I kind of see this as the stinger of your tail, where you are seeing the truth, and it makes you angry. It makes you defensive. It makes you want to lash out. It makes you want to put somebody in their place. And Spirit's like, nope. Scorpio, you don't need to. This is what I mean by being tested. It's as long as you see it, that person and that energy for what it is, that's all you needed. You don't need to call them out. You don't need to put them in their place. You just need to see it for what it is and then move on with yourself, okay? Because if you do try to call them out, it will create a lot of conflict that you just don't want to deal with, okay? It's better for you to just act like you don't know what's going on whatsoever. You know, okay, sure. It doesn't mean don't walk away or, you know, don't distance yourself, but it's saying see it for what it is. That's the only purpose for Spirit making you so aware of it, is so that you are like, okay, yeah, I get it. I see this for what it is. And again, if there's some energy of the past returning or there's new in your life, but it feels very similar to past circumstance and situation, you might want to really take that to heart and consider that, especially since Cycles is one of the cards that has flown out, as you just saw. So let's see, Scorpio, received. And, you know, if you watch any of the other readings, I swear to you, hands have been the overall theme, and that to me is the hand of Spirit really coming in strong for you as well, Scorpio. It's a very spiritual next 2 weeks for everybody, and you guys are no exception. Action, and oh my gosh, I don't remember whose reading it was, but these two, it was way back, okay? It was like one of the first few I did. Action and received flew out together exactly like this. So, like I said, this is Spirit's hand moving in your life, pushing you into action, pushing you into understanding, into recognition. Wow. and of what we must purge and release and let go of. Absolutely, absolutely. Because it really affects your self-esteem and your self-worth. And there's a barrier. Scorpio, anything about the past here, it's like it's time to block that out and look at nostalgia. Okay, and we're talking about the past. It's time to purge that because the cycle is complete if you want it to be, okay? And last card out is surrender. So, Scorpio, listen. Wherever this is speaking for you personally, again, if it looks like the past, if it smells like the past, it's the same lesson and situation, just in a different form. And you don't have to go through it again. I almost feel like with this, you're birthing out of old patterns, old ways of doing things, like coming out of the womb, okay? And that's really reiterated with the cycles card here. So Scorpio, yeah, it's time. Like, it's time to purge the past. So anything that feels similar, chances are it's just the same energy in a different form, and you need to put a roadblock to that immediately. Recognize it for what it is, even if you were hoping it was going to be more, and block it. Block it out, because then, yeah, look it, and this just fell out as I'm saying that. Just block it out, because that's how you end the cycle. You are complete. You don't need to go through it again. If this is something from the past, a situation or person, again, I feel we need to purge the sweetness. And if we think about who they really are, what really happened, what went down, and not in those sweet rose-colored glasses eyes, you're not going to want anything to do with it. You're going to realize how much it attacked your self-esteem, whether this is a friend, this is a family member, this is an ex-lover. It's just like, it's time for Scorpio to be reborn, and Spirit is revealing all kinds of truths for you. Wow. And I'm shuffling these, the white cat, to clarify, but they flew out. So on received, we have the Eight of Swords. This is no longer being blind, Scorpio. We're coming out of the womb. We're coming out of the darkness. And on action, we have the Emperor here. So this could involve an Aries for some of you. But Scorpio, this is, to me, your energy being very empowered, seeing things for what they are, and regardless of emotion, no interest in repeating the past, okay? It's just, yeah, it's like, nope, I don't want to do that again. And this, you're just offering me the same thing, even though you're trying to package it differently. So I have to reject you. I have to reject your offer. I have to reject the energy coming to me. Purge, yeah. Five of Pentacles. Scorpio, it is really time to let the past go. Self-worth, because it screws you up. You're hanging on to somebody or something of the past, seeing it through rose-colored glasses, and Spirit's like, no, Scorpio, it's not. You've got to keep a barrier on this. And look at that. Yep, 9 of freaking wands. It will only set you back. And look at this. We have the Chariot on nostalgia. Yeah, don't just think of the good things of whatever this past issue or person is resurfacing in your life, because there's a whole other side to it, and you don't want it, Scorpio. Yeah, cycle strength. This is you making a different decision this time. Also could involve a Leo over here. It could be a Cancer. And now look, surrender to judgment. Yep, Scorpio, listen. It is so time for this cycle to end. You have learned your lessons, and it's time for you to birth into a new life, into a new state of being. And what I see here now also is almost as though Spirit is protecting you, and anything malicious trying to return back into your world, it can, because you have your free will, but Spirit's really empowering you, Scorpio, to become strong in yourself through the strength here. And that's what brings you into your victory. Is, you don't, the past is the past, and it's going to be the same thing this time around, but you have the eyes to see this. So let's see what's coming for you by surrendering and accepting things for what they are. Okay, where's this taking you? These cards are so freaking slick. Okay. Okay. So we have the Knave of Pentacles. This is new stability. The Death card, it's complete transition. And Scorpio, this is the card that represents you in the tarot. So yeah, it's a complete transition and transformation of you, the Phoenix rising from the ashes. Because now look at this, we have King of Swords. Scorpio, this is, yeah, you becoming very empowered, enlightened, and it's, gosh, let the past go. I feel like the past is coming back somehow, some way this week, and there's going to be an element of you that wants to revisit it, wants to let it back in, because we're feeling sweet, we're feeling nostalgic, we're not remembering the way something damaged us or broke us or hurt us or whatever. We're just thinking of the good times, you know, why we loved, why we connected, why we wanted that particular dream, just whatever it is for you personally, Scorpio. But Spirit's like, you know, really look at things from all angles, because this situation, this person, if it's of the past, or this is a new person but it reminds you of the past, it's attacking your self-esteem, and you don't want to go that route. Like, it takes some strength, I feel, to make a different decision this time around for you. But that is like the key to your happiness, to your success, is making a different decision this time, handling things in a different way this time. Let's look at this Hanged Man. Because there's a birth for Scorpio trying to unfold here, move on to like the next thing. Yeah, look at, we have the Knave of Cups, we have the Hierophant, and we have the King of Cups. So this to me is Spirit coming in, trying to get you to a different perception, because all we have here is water energy and the Hierophant, which is very spiritual. So Scorpio, yeah, Spirit is like, no, you don't want anything of your past, even if it's in a new form now, because it's the same old thing, and you've outgrown that original experience or person, that relationship. You were just a page of cups, and through all of this, you are rebirthing now into this King of Cups. Okay, you are ready to just shed this, and Spirit is really trying to help you out with this. But again, you have free will choice, Scorpio. So if you want to have another go round with whatever this is from your past, whether it's the same thing or it's in new form, you can do that, and there's nothing wrong with that. I do want to put that out there, okay? We're all here on our personal life journeys, and if you want to repeat that cycle, you absolutely can, because there's still going to be growth in it. There always will be. But what Spirit's saying is, Scorpio, you've received the required amount of growth and understanding that you intended out of that situation or that relationship, and now it's really time to move on to bigger and better things that Spirit has planned for you, okay? So let's pull you some advice. Hummingbird, dreams and new joys within reach. Yeah, Scorpio, it's just time to like let everything be what it is, and let the past go and really embrace what could be, because Spirit is trying to birth you into an entirely new paradigm, an entirely new reality, an entirely new perception and way of experiencing, you know, bringing deep, deep truths into your life, as well as raising them from the depths of your soul. And this is to get you to this hummingbird energy where there's happiness, there's sweetness in your life, things that you can't maybe see right now in this moment. But let the past go. Even if this is just something in your own head you've been working on, let it go, Scorpio, because Spirit is trying to let the new in. You've completed your cycle. You've done your work. You don't need to go through this anymore. It's done. It's over with Judgment right here. It's time to move on to bigger and better things, okay? So those are your messages, Scorpio. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care.